Hello, my friends. In today's reading, we have one of the coolest stories, to me anyway, in the Old Testament. And that is when Joseph revealed himself to his brothers and his dad found out that he was still alive. Now, Joseph was sold into Egypt when he was 17 years old. He became second in command of Pharaoh when he was 30. There had been 7 years of plenty, and now they're in the second year of famine. So that would make him 39 years, 22 years later, after he was sold. So he hasn't seen his family in 22 years, and a lot of changes had taken place. And so they didn't know him, but he knew who they were. But now he reveals himself. Now here is something I think is so important. Joseph did not hold bitterness in his heart through all those 22 years towards his brother. In fact, when we read it in chapter 45, he said, and now, in verse 5, and now do not be distressed or angry with yourselves because you sold me here, for God sent me before you to preserve life. So in other words, he had no bitterness. He realized that this was all in the plan of God. So often, when things go bad for us and things don't go our way, we get bitter or we get frustrated, and sometimes we hold grudges, maybe unforgiveness to people who put us in that situation. But friends, that's not the will of God. Whatever state we're in, we should be content. We should not hold unforgiveness in our heart. In fact, when his brothers left to go pick up the father, Joseph told him, he said in verse number 24 of chapter 45, do not quarrel on the way. In other words, he didn't want there to be family problems. Look at the spirit that this man had. This man that had ups and downs in his life and had some, when his own family rejected him, he still had a good spirit. And my friends, I want to say to you that you and I should also take him as an example. And regardless of what we go through with, we need to keep a good attitude. We need to forgive those who do us wrong. And because unforgiveness is like a cancer, it will eat away at us. But Joseph, he forgave them long ago, and he realized that God had put him in this position. Friends, I encourage you to do the same. Remember, whatever you go through with, be content. God has placed you there. God bless you. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.